Brian Tramel, RynoJB, Rollin Into Mempho.
All right, live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is the STSPod.Club production, and I'm rolling, JB. I'm rolling. I just got a text message from my mama says she's listening to us. As you can tell, it's BT and RynoJB, but we're having technical difficulties. We decided to go ahead and record. JB, you're with me, right?
I'm with you. I'm here.
Yeah, believe it or not, he's here, guys. We're going to record the audio. We don't use a full video, except if you want to listen to us right here. We appreciate it. It's mainly is you don't have to see us to listen to what we have to say. And if you listen to the podcast, then it really don't matter, man. We just a real quick some housekeeping here. We did finally release the first episode of Shooting Star on Thursday, and JB, all I can say is wow, big response, huge response. I got up to a couple of text messages, something on Facebook. The numbers went from A to B really quick. I got a voicemail and talked to some few people, so it'll be fun. We'll be recording the new episode number 2, before this Thursday. It'll go up on the Patreon site, and we're going to talk about some of the feedback we got from the first episode. The full episode, uncut, is actually on the main feed now. Speaking of Patreon, we release a Patreon clip every Saturday morning, and this morning it was JB and I talking about Cody Rhodes in the WWE. It comes out at 8 a.m. every Saturday, and right now, Country Rock, dude, I had a great interview with Country Rock. They're on the Patreon now. It won't be released until next month sometime. Really about 45 minutes. Real good stuff, $5, guys. Subscribe to Patreon. Me, Rhino and I, what we do is we do a round table format. We do hits, misses, a MVP. We'll throw in question of the week there. What else do we do? What do we want to see next week? And also must see us. This is the first time you joined us to let you know that. All right, Rhino, here we go. What were your hits for the week?
Yep, my number one hit this week. The mics sound much, much better. I was really digging that. Austin Lane's promo to kick things off, I thought was absolutely incredible. Man, got to be the best storyteller in championship wrestling for Memphis. And another hit for me, K Toomer versus Uncle Mikey. That match was absolutely incredible. Those guys went all over the place. And 2 fan favorites, if you ask me, even though K Toomer is kind of the heel in the company and the brand. But those are my hits. They had incredible matches there.
All right, that's your hits. I'll go with the Austin Lane interview, and I'll kind of a little bit more there. Brett Michaels coming out, which I really liked. And the best part of the interview for me was when Big Swole walked in between them and drank his protein shake. I thought that was hilarious. Elements of Wrestling versus DK and Danny B. Really good psychology, real good, solid tag team match. One of those, let's show you how to do tag team wrestling. Go back, heat on Danny B, hot tag to Derek King. Then we had the Skimmerhorns interfering. What the hell's going on there? So maybe we'll get a Skimmerhorns against DK and Danny B match. I put a big hit was the K Toomer win. It was kind of weird, but he did slam him into the mat. Yeah. There was some interference there, but yeah, I like that. And my final thumbs up or my final hit was Lane against Michaels. We've been waiting for this match, and I went back to see how long, and it feels like forever. They got 10 minutes in the ring after the intros. I would have liked to seen about 8 more minutes. Love the psychology of this match, of them working on the arm. Very smart, taking the big guy out. The whole match was about GunShow finally getting the GunShow lariat, and when he did, boom, it was over. So, yes, good. That's my hits for the week. What about your misses, bro?
My misses this week, actually, Justin Cole versus Ali. That match, I'm putting it on my miss, but the reason why is because I like both of these guys. And like you said, when Justin Cole came out, that's the Justin Cole I believe you and I have been searching for. He had that scowl, he had that mean look on his face. He could care less about those two guys. he's got work to do in the ring. He was all business. Love that. But that match, it just seemed like there was some chemistry missing there. They both have had much better matches, and I hope that we see them in the ring again because I know they can throw down. But that match is on my miss this week.
All right, misses this week for me also. I thought the sound was still a little off. The music's really loud. The new tapings with Booker T start next week. There'll be 3 weeks. I'm told the sound is perfect. So I'm really excited about that. Man, I'm just going to come out and say it, all right? David Ali has not been a hit here. He's been a miss in both matches he's had. He's had a couple matches where it seems like he's ahead of the guy. He's trying to do too much. Justin, Jessica's a different kind of worker than Ali. Sometimes those styles do not match. Yeah. And like you said, unfortunately, that was a miss. Even though the entrance, and we did get Big Swole with the win, which is the main thing. But it was really, there was some communication a couple of times. They went back to the same thing. I would see where that would be a miss for the show. All right. Hey, we're at MVP. Before we go to MVP, let me tell you, tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow. Who will Evil Uno pick? And who will do the worm? Scotty's down there. Scotty Too Hottie is down there. His tag team partner was Brian Christopher, who was real popular in this area. I'm excited. Go down there. Right now, what I want you to do, if you haven't got your tickets, I always say this, but eventually it is going to sell out. Go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. Get your tickets. Be down there tomorrow. I want a big shout out to everybody that was at the Black Rock, Arkansas show. I had a great time. There was about 400 people, JB, in a little bitty gym. That place loved everything. 5 matches. I got a chance to talk to almost everybody on the show. Great show. And just fun. And Dustin is so good walking around the ring, constantly talking about what's coming up, how to do it. I had a chance when people walked out, I gave them the little card I was talking about, but I actually thanked them for coming out. Everybody seemed to just have a great time, love the show. So excited. Shout out, like I said, to everybody at Black Rock, Arkansas. All right, brother, who is your MVP for the week?
You know, I wrote it down immediately. Justin Cole, just because of the way he came out, just because of that entrance. I wrote it. I said, that's my MVP this week. But actually, I'm going to have to give it to Austin Lane. Austin Lane is a great storyteller. Everything that he's been a part of has been a great story to tell. From proving that he's the best of the best with the best of the best challenge to K Toomer. Austin Lane, it's just hit after hit. He's like the Beatles. He's just dropping hits over here, man. So that's my MVP this week.
I can't argue with you, and I'm going to go, as you'll see as we go further down the list here, but I'm going with Bret Michaels. Here's a guy, and if you listen to Shooting Star episode 1 on the main feed now, this is a guy that I told Dustin, you're not going to get him over. He can't talk on the microphone. He's a good wrestler, but you're not going to get him over. He is the top babyface. I was wrong. He is over, and I give him a big MVP for this week because this was another part of the storyline where it seems like they're feeding him with somebody that at any point can win the belt. Austin Lane, Mike Anthony, all these guys. These guys are people that can beat him. Very interesting way to do your champion where everybody in the crowd doesn't really know who's going to win. And I think that's part of it. And then Bret Michaels comes up the winner every time. So my MVP for the week was Bret Michaels. All right, let's go to question of the week.
Hello everybody, Dustin Starr here to answer another question of the week, and this week I am coming to you live from one of my favorite places in the entire world, and that is Tops Barbecue. That's right, I'm here enjoying some lunch on a beautiful Saturday, looking forward to tomorrow, because of course you can get Tops Barbecue live at the Wrestle Center at each and every one of our events. with Evil Uno and Scotty Too Hottie coming in tomorrow, which is a perfect segue because Uno, I win had a question of the week for me. It says, other than Evil Uno, which other member of Dark Order would you like to see at Memphis Wrestling? Well, first and foremost, Evil Uno, quote unquote, is the leader of the Dark Order, so we started at the tippy top. But of course, number one on the list would be -1. And if you bring -1, then you definitely have to bring 10. So 10 and -1 would be on the top of the list. Of course, I'm a big fan of Johnny Hungy, Alan Angels, number 5. So I'd say just bring the entire Dark Order, and maybe they do pretty good in the Memphis Trios Championship division. But anyway, live event tomorrow. Evil Uno from the Dark Order is going to be there. Which member of Memphis Wrestling is going to join Dark Order? And also, I'm curious to know who has the best worm. RynoJB, I know you're going to be live in the house at the Wrestle Center tomorrow. You going to bring your worm with you? Thanks again for the question of...
All right, question of the week. Oh, got our banner going there. You tell you how to send in the question of the week. Rhino, I just want to tell you guys, I wished I could be down there tomorrow because I do the best worm ever. So I just want you to know I can. Don't laugh now.
No,
don't hate on
I
me.
do the best worm ever. Well, I used to. My body isn't what it used to be.
I'm excited about this show, but the question was, and why don't we just try to pick somebody of the whole group there with the Dark Order? Who else would you like to see come into Championship Wrestling from Memphis?
I already know. Off the top of the dome, BT, Colt Cabana. We got to get Mr. Cabana down here.
Oh, wow. A good pick.
I think Colt Cabana would be great for the Memphis Wrestling.
I'll go with Johnny Hungry. Hungy, as he is. I really like him. I think he's a solid, fun, a lot of comedy, but actually so good. So I'll go with him. Or, 10 is such a big guy and such a solid wrestler also. I'll go with 10 or Johnny Hungy. All right. Well, I'm excited to see if you do the worm. So I'm just excited. So that was our question of the week. Quick reminder, Patreon for only $5. We have the new episode of Shooting Star coming this week. And also we have the Record Store coming this week. There's an episode, not on Patreon, but on the main feed. There's also an episode of Newsstand versus Newsletter. And there's an episode of Patreon right now with Country Rock. It's only $5, and we give away a bunch of stuff. This month, we're not even telling people what it is. It is March Mystery Mayhem. You don't know what you won until after the contest. So it'll be fun. So what do you look forward to about next week's show?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of stumped here. What I would like to see next week is the women's division. We've got a new champion on the rise here. I'd like to see where we go from here. DDT, Dirty Diana Taylor, she's been training. Will we see anything rise from that? I'm wondering. That's what I'm hoping to see next week.
All right, my next week, hey, Booker T is going to be there, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Booker T. We'll see. Will we see more of Big Swole challenging Bret Michaels? I hear that we're going to have a title match tomorrow while Uno and them are there, so it'll be exciting to see if the title match, if we have a new champion. We won't know. I won't know for another 6 weeks, but and what about Mike Anthony? I love the idea of him having the cup.
Yes.
And when is he going to say? Is he going to wait to the end like people do in the WWE and someone's been beat up and they've been defeated? Bret Michaels had a hurt shoulder. Yeah. Man, that would have been the perfect time to get him. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking forward to. What about must see for this week? What is your must see match, angle, whatever for this week?
For me, it's Austin Lane versus Bret Michaels is my must see. That was just great storytelling, all around great ring work. These guys at the top of their game right now. That's my must see.
That's my must see. We'll put that up on the Facebook when the clip or the full match comes on the Shooting the Shiznit Facebook page. Must see Bret Michaels versus Austin Lane. Here's something in professional wrestling that they can tell whether you're a good wrestler or not, JB. Let me school you real quick, okay? So the wrestlers work the left side, okay? So they work the left side. In this match, guess what? Bret Michaels hit the clothesline on the right side to the ring post. Do we work the left side? No, he works the right side because he messed up his right arm. You'll see guys that's been in the business for a long time who will go to the left arm even though they hurt the right arm because that's what they're used to doing. Austin did not do that. Very smart. I love that was all the match was about. Was him hitting the final move and Austin trying to do something to keep him from doing it. I love that. I love that in a 10-minute match. It's a must-see, guys. Take 10 minutes out of time. Again, tomorrow. What do we say? We say tomorrow. I can do that. Tomorrow. It's a $32.96 Winbook Dry. Tickets at Championship Wrestling. Memphis.com. Guys, a VIP. You can meet both of these guys. Stay for the show. Tops Barbecue. It's a fun time. Like I said, we went out to what they like to call the house show. House show on Saturday night. Had a very fun time. So go out, have fun, and I'm excited to see what comes out of these tapings because of the Uno thing and what they do with Scotty. I love the idea. We said this, both of us, a bunch of times, how they wrap up their wrestlers into the story kind of thing. And I love to see what they're going to do with that. Also, question of the week, let me remind everybody again, call 501-232-1701. We'll put the question right here. We'll air it. Also, stspodclub@gmail.com. That's stspodclub@gmail.com. All right, man. I want to tell everyone, stick with us if you're on Patreon. Hey, $5. Because JB and I picked the winners of Super Bowl many weeks ago. We're going to see who picked the most winners. Who is the big winner? I already know. I looked. But, all right, guys. Same bad time, same bad channel. On the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, I love